Hey guys, I am currently in a classroom right now and I'm kind of like, because there's no one in here or in this whole floor, but we're gonna make this work. So today we have a story time about the time that I missed my final. But this happened not so long ago, and you know how finals week is? It is crazy. You are stressing over the littlest, minimalistic thing. Like, everything was hectic, and of course, I'm gonna leave things for last minute. So I had this essay that we had been given literally 2 to 3 months in advance, but I did not do it because I was just procrastinating. And I literally did it the day before and continued working through it through the next day. So the day that it was due. Alright, so I was working on my essay, right, in the morning of, I think, a Tuesday morning. So I was working on my essay and I was like, you know what, I'm doing so good. I just finished this essay. I'm going to start studying for my other final because I had a final that same day at 9:25. So I was like, you know what, I'll leave around, I think 7:30. I'll leave around 7:30 so it can give me 2 hours to get there and just to make sure, I don't want to miss it. And so I finished working on my essay and I decided to go get the bus because for those of you guys who don't know, I commute to schools and I take 2 buses there. So I want to go catch my bus and I was still looking at the time and I was like, I'm doing so good today. I have so much time left. I'm definitely early and everything's going to work out perfectly fine. So I'm waiting for the bus and I'm already anxious because this professor didn't teach the class. He mostly preached about the subject mostly than teaching it. So it was very it was a different style of teaching, but I didn't feel like I learned that way because we didn't really interact or learn any any, I'll put the word in if I remember later. But yeah, we didn't learn the techniques of the class. I didn't feel like we did. So I was nervous for the test. So I'm on my phone waiting for the bus, right? And I look at the time. Tell me why I look at my phone and it's 9:40. It is 9:40. 9:40. It is 9:40 a.m. Remind you, my final started at 9:25 a.m. Guys, when I tell you that my heart dropped and oh my god, I felt so sick to my stomach. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I was gonna run, where was I gonna run to? I didn't know to hide. I didn't know where to hide. So I was just so confused, so scared. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it. I'm already late. There's no going around that. I'm late. I'm late to my final for this class. I'm late for this final, right? And I'm like, okay, I got myself together after having a mini panic attack in front of people because I was waiting for the bus in public. And I got myself together. I was like, okay, Michelle, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. What are we going to do now? What are our options, right? So I'm like, okay, my only option right now is to get to school. Okay, how are we going to do that? Are we going to wait for the bus and get there 2 hours later? Or we can call a Lyft and get there late, but not too late. No. Okay, so this is what happened. So I looked at the Lyft and I set my destination and everything, and it gives you an estimate around what time you should be expected to get there, right? And it told me that I should expect to get there at 10:20. 10:20. An hour later. Almost an hour later. An hour later after the final started, of course. And I was like, there's no way. How? If I'm driving there, I should get there in 15 minutes. I just wanted to get there now. I wanted to be, what is that? Superpower where you just appear. Is it to be invincible? No, because you just disappear. But I want to reappear. I don't know, guys, but I wanted to have some type of power so I could get there now. Not in 1 minute, not in 2 minutes. not even in an hour, but like now. So I decided to call my Lyft, and I felt like the Lyft took forever to get there. I was like, I need the Lyft to be here now. And they said like 2 minutes, but they felt like 5. And the Lyft driver gets there. He's like, hey, good morning, how are you? I'm like,
Hey, so this is the problem.
I am late for my final. I need you to get me there fast, safe, and yeah, now. So let's go. I didn't say it like that, but I'm like, hey, I'm in a little issue here. It's only my final. We have a slight problem. I'm late for my final, and I would like to get there as soon as possible, if that would be, possible. And he's like, yeah, of course we'll get there soon, and don't worry about it. We'll get there. I'm like, okay, I believe in you. I trust you. Please just get me there in time. So I get on the Lyft, and we're going through downtown, and it feels like forever. It feels like we're going through the same block around and around, which we weren't until one point. And then I got the shared Lyft because I was cheap, and I was already spending $10 on it, and I didn't want to spend any more. And the shared Lyft, for those of you who don't know, is when you share your ride with others. So it can pick you up, pick someone up, drop them off, and then drop you off. It depends where you are, if you're closer, if they're closer, whatever. So it picks someone else up. And this driver cannot find him. The driver cannot find the other rider who he's supposed to pick up. And we're looking for him, and I'm just like, can you just call him, be like, hey, where you at? I'm right here by the Starbucks. I don't see you. Just, communicate with him so we can start going, because I need to get to school. And so that's happening, and we finally find him, and we start going. By this time, I'm already sending an email to the professor. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to make it. I'm so sorry. This has never happened before. How do I make this up? Like, is there any way? I've been working so hard throughout the semester, and, for this to happen to me, I just simply lost track of time. I don't know how that happened. I just lost track of time because I was so worried about another final. I completely forget about the other one's timing because I knew it was happening. I just lost track of time. And I was explaining and excusing myself because obviously there's no excuse for that, But, people go through their rough days. We all have our days and times where we're just like completely lost and don't know what we're doing with our lives. That was me. So I'm emailing him, and I sent it, and I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Every single thing that I did, I questioned myself. I cannot believe this is happening. How did this happen? Like, how do we avoid from this happening ever again? I text one of my classmates, and I'm like, hey, I'm not gonna make it. She's like, what do you mean? He hasn't started yet. I'm like, no, girl, I'm not gonna make it. I'm like an hour away. And then she's like, what the heck, dude? I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna make it. And she's like, oh, that sucks. I'll let you know when he starts, because she thought I was like nearby or whatever. But I knew in my heart that I was not gonna make it in time. Because it was supposed to have started already, but he gave some time for people to start coming in, because even then people tend to come in late. Usually not me, but people tend to come in late. So yeah, I told my friend, but the thing was that with this final, it was going to be online. And what that means was that you're going to be able to use your phone or your laptop or whatever you have to take the final online. So I don't know if you guys know about this game, but it's called Kahoot. And what this game is, it's kind of like Jeopardy a little bit, where there's questions on the board and you can answer on your device. But instead of giving you the answers on your phone, they're on the board, and it gives you shapes on your phone. So let's say the circle says the answer is 95 degrees, so you press the circle on your phone. And the triangle says 75 degrees, so you press the triangle on your phone. So it just gives you the shapes. It doesn't give you the actual answers on your phone, right? So my friend's like, hey, let's do this. When the quiz starts, I'll give you the code, because there's a code you're gonna put in your phone to kind of join the group that has been created. So she's like, hey, I'll give you the code and you join, and then you take the test. And I'm like, brilliant. I didn't think of that. I really did not think of that. And so I was like, yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for thinking of that. So I log on, and we're going on the freeway. So the connection is horrible. It's like it's loading, disconnected. Loading, disconnected. I'm like, no. So she gives me the code. I log in and I'm in. I'm in like this little group kind of chat, this group game that the teacher has created. And she's like, all right, I started. I'm like, hold on. I cannot see the questions or the answers. Like I said, it just showed me the shapes. I'm like, oh my God. Like it's my best bet just to guess it, all of it, not knowing the questions and answer and just hope for the best. Like literally a C, anything. And I'm like, no, there's no way. I can't do that. Like it's impossible. Sorry for the lighting. It keeps switching, I think. Huh. Yeah. I text her. I'm like, hey, I can't see anything. Like, I'm just going to guess it. She's like, hey, don't worry about it. I'll let you know the answers. And I'm like, girl, you have been sent from the man above because there was no way I was going to be able to do this. So she's like, hey, number 1 is this. Number 2 is this. Number 3 is this. And I felt so bad because, of course, I have studied, but I didn't want all of her studying to go into my final because it's what she studied and the grade that she deserves, right? But then she's like, oh, don't worry about it. I'm using my laptop to, double check the answers. So I'm like, oh, girl, then you go ahead and tell me all the answers to it. So we went through that, 3 is this, 4 is this, 5 is this, all the way to number 26. Keep in mind, I am still in the back of the Lyft driver's car with this other dude in the front seat, and I'm over here taking my final in the back of the car. Oh my God. Guys, that is crazy. You know how crazy that sounds now that I'm like restating it, like talking about it? I'm literally taking my final in the back of a stranger's car with another stranger sitting in front of me. What the hell? So I'm taking my final. I'm like, okay, yeah, she's messaging me, and I'm seeing like the message pop up, and it's giving me the answers because it's timed as well. But he's giving enough time for her to log in her answer, send me the question or the answer, and then having me log it in. So I'm like, okay, perfect. There's enough time and this and that. So we finished. She's like, all right, that's it. That's the last question. I'm like, okay, I did it. Yes. And it's like, oh, you got like 28 out of 30 questions right, or something like that. 26, something like that. And I'm like, that is totally fine. That is totally fine. And finally, I'm done with the final, right? It's not over now. I thought it was over, but then. So I'm done with my final, and I'm still in the Lyft driver at this point, and I told the guys, I'm like, hey, I just finished my final. I was able to do it on my computer, and I'm good. They probably didn't care. They didn't give a damn, but I was so excited I had to share it with someone. I'm like, hey, I just finished my final. I'm so excited. They're like, oh, congrats. Like, that's great. We don't care, but good. And I get to school, and I'm like, how am I going to explain that my name is on record for taking the final when I had just emailed my professor saying I wasn't going to make it to the final? And I was very detailed in the email. I was like, there's absolutely no way I'm going to make it. Like, it's not even like I'm 10 minutes late or I'm late. I'm just absent. I'm pretty much in another planet. Like, don't even think about it. Like, I'm in Earth. I'm like in Jupiter or something. So I explained, I'm like, there's no way I'm making it today. Is there any way I can retake it? Or, what are my options as of now? So I'm like, what am I going to tell him? Because I had just sent him this email, and all of a sudden there's my record with my name and my score that I had passed with an A, and I just sent this email. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I have to make another excuse. Like, do I tell him that I came in late? What if he just doesn't recognize me, or he didn't really pay attention to people, so he doesn't realize that you're there or not? But then I'm like, oh, that's going to be hard to convince him. What if he starts questioning, like, oh, no, I didn't see you. Like, there's no way. Hydrate. I was thinking of different excuses, and I was like, do I tell him the truth? Do I tell them that, I didn't make it, but do I tell him that my phone actually gave me the questions and answers so he doesn't think someone helped me? Like, what do I say? So I'm sitting outside, like, near the classroom, because the classroom was still going on. I think he was just, like, talking about, like, how the semester went and just reviewing, last day of school type of thing. And I was like, let me look at the email and see, like, let me reread it so I can see how I'm going to word it again. So I look at the email, And guess what the email says? Guys, when I tell you that Jesus was on my side that day, oh my Lord. He wasn't on my side, he was inside me. Okay, not that way, but he was present in my life. The email said,
Error. Error.
email was not able to forward, or something like that. Whatever the email says when the email doesn't send. And it's like, error, email wasn't able to get sent, or what did it say? Like the receiver, something happened. Something happened that the email did not go through. So this whole email about me not coming to class and not making it was not seen by this teacher at all. So and I know that the class wasn't that big, so he could have noticed that I wasn't there, but he didn't say anything. I didn't get an email or anything, and I got an A in the class. So I was like, perfect. Everything worked out. Oh my gosh, how long is this video? It's not that long. But yeah, guys, that is absolutely crazy. The email did not send. You did not receive the email. I took my final. I passed my class without being in class for the final. So I technically missed my final without technically missing it. That's crazy. I missed my final. Like, I literally lost track of time and completely missed it. Like, I missed my final. Don't do that, guys. Keep an agenda, keep an alarm, especially during finals, of things you need to turn in, things that are due online, because boy, But yeah, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you guys that watch my videos and, you know, just keep me pumping up to do more. And I'm sorry this video was overdue because school just started. This is the second week and it's hectic. And I'm changing majors and need to meet some requirements and it's just crazy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to share, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, which is Michelle, pronounced Benitez. Can you guys see it? Yeah, Michelle Benitez. We are. And I hope to see you guys in next video. Bye, guys.